Coming up, a Sad Styles production. Get into it.
Hey, Mikey.
Hey, what's up, Andrew?
Hey, now I just got really exciting news.
Uh-huh.
I just got my realtor's license. I'm a real estate agent, man.
Oh my God, you did?
Yeah.
Wow. I know you were hurting for some extra income, but you've got a lot of untapped talent and potential.
Thank you.
That's exciting to hear.
Thank you very much. It was really easy. All I had to do was give him $45 and sign my name, and I just got my license. It was fantastic.
Oh, it's the same way I got my my bail bondsman. License.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
we should find a way to tag team this thing here a little bit. Okay, but are you interested in purchasing a house for me?
I actually am. I'm getting sick of the traffic in the city. I'm thinking about moving out. I'd love to work through you. Be maybe your first client.
Okay, let me tell you, because I have this really hot property. Somebody just gave me a tip. It's really exciting. Okay. So it's on this really quiet kind of pier type area. So it's like right on the water. It's really beautiful. Yeah, 100%. It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, open concept, really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
I need to let you know, just because we're friends, okay?
Okay. Let me guess. Someone was killed in here before.
No,
I don't care. I'm not. No.
Oh, I would tell you that.
Oh, of course
I would
you would.
No.
Okay.
No, worse.
Okay. No. I don't mind paying for some extra plumbing if that's it.
No, it's not that. Don't worry about the house itself. Perfect.
Okay,
whatsoever.
Great.
The neighborhood, though, there's this one thing that keeps happening. These very large men kind of have this contest every once in a while, maybe on the weekends or something like that.
Interested.
And then they always beat up whatever mid-size sedan is on the street. Do you drive a mid-size sedan?
Oh, Jesus. I feel like I've been in this situation. Does a Toyota Corolla count?
Yeah, I tell you, yes, it does.
Fuck. So parking is a yes or a no?
Well, it's a yes.
Yeah.
Asterisks.
Okay.
Because and then it's like a competition for them where the most damage that they can do. And then you're seen celebrating. The other day, though, I saw a green guy with orange hair. It was the weirdest thing in the world.
He didn't electrocute the car, did he?
Mikey?
Because
were you there?
I could use a boost, Andrew.
Oh,
this is
pretty good.
And I could also use another list that you have of all your greatest properties, or how about the 10 least favorite places to live in video game history this week on the Retrograde Podcast.
I was talking about Street Fighter. Welcome to the Retrograde
Video Game Podcast, where this week we talk about all the places we wouldn't want to live in video games.
Oh my goodness. My name's Andrew Baskin. With me as always is the bad boy of podcasting, Mr. Bebop himself.
Mikey, a real turn word.
A real turn word.
Yeah, because I'm going to be selling you on all these new places to live, Andrew.
Yes. We kind of joshed around a little bit in the beginning. I'm not actually a real estate agent. Did you ever think about becoming a real estate agent?
Andrew, everybody at some point in their life has thought about being a real estate agent, or at least bought the book or something like that.
Yeah. I do not want to take a shot at real estate agents.
No.
But it does feel like the thing of everybody I've known, like, so that didn't work out for me, eh? Okay, I'm going to become a real estate agent.
There is, I think it's similar to like stand-up comedy, where people are just like nothing else is working. Let me take a microphone and go on stage or something.
Yes.
I think that there is this thought that, well, I can always fall back on this. Whereas like the people who are really good at it are really good on it.
Yes.
And a lot of them are also assholes.
What do you think what job has the highest percentage of assholes? Actually, this is
stockbroker.
This is this is a dangerous field to get into, probably. How fastly I'll say police officer. But yeah, no, there's a whole show, Mikey, selling Sunset. You know, you got to learn how to sell. I said Sunset Boulevard, I assume. I've never seen a second of it.
Well, you're the one who brought it up, Andrew. I thought you were going to be able to carry the rest of this conversation.
I'm so sorry. I think they're all pretty famous, though. It's like a very popular show.
All of these reality TV shows, it's amazing to me how much more people watch, how many more people watch it than I would have ever assumed.
But the premise is so simple. The idea that like, I'm just going to show you beautiful homes in like Malibu. And you're like, yeah, I'd watch something like that.
That's the same with like any cooking show.
100%.
Or like The Bear.
I can't taste the house, Mikey.
Well, not with that attitude, Andrew.
Oh, The Bear, man. We got to talk about that.
We will eventually.
We will eventually, because that's not a place I'd want to live, which is very important, because that's what we're going to be talking about
Chicago?
this week. Oh, God. It's like Libya. I don't know if you've heard. Sorry. I mean, the tense world of that he lives in.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So tense. But yes, we're going to talk about the 10 places we wouldn't want to live in video games.
Very excited to do that. We it was a recommendation that was brought up to us. We've done a lot of these top 10 lists, and we took some suggestions from people as well. So we're excited to kind of get into this. Before we do, I've got some updates on some games that I've been playing. And I was talking recently, I think last week, about the game Control. I've been playing Control. I'm almost done playing Control.
Okay.
I've committed to beating Control.
What is this? You're getting paid by Control every time you mention it, or?
Yeah, the game is pretty old, and they want people to really bring it into the zeitgeist again, so they'll just mention its name a whole bunch of times.
Is it old?
Yeah, I think it was a 2019 game or something like that.
Interesting.
It's available now on PlayStation Plus. You know, not a ton more to say about it apart from the fact that the mechanics of it, the shooting mechanics, the telekinesis of it, the levitation, all these new abilities that come in, they really do mesh well with one another. I'm finding the interface to be a little frustrating, especially the map. Anyone who's played the game will know apparently the map was like broadly panned back when it first came out and people were talking about it.
You're talking about the bear again.
Pans, ovens, mold, in season 2, cousin. I'm rubbing my chest because that's a thing that I've learned
I know.
do to each other.
I know.
Yeah,
that sounds cute.
No, but I'm enjoying it. It's available on PlayStation Plus. I would recommend picking it up if you want just kind of like, you know, I've heard it's about 15 hours or so. I think I'm about 10, 12 hours in. So I think I'm pretty close to the end, but it's kind of scratching that itch of just like, you can skip past the story if you want, but it's got a good amount of puzzle element. The level design is pretty cool when you get into a rhythm of getting from like one puzzle and one story beat to another, and the interjection of cinematics isn't too cumbersome. You're just kind of in like a flow state playing the game. It's one of those games that works really, really well. And I feel like that's something that I've been missing for a bit. You know, playing Tears of the Kingdom and all that stuff is fun in its own way, but you know, we talk all about how it's more journey based and experiential. Sometimes I just want to shoot some shit. And this is a good excuse to do that. So
yeah, it is wildly different. You know, maybe I was too tough on Zelda because of that, because it is such a change of pace.
Yeah.
Pretty much any other game that I play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And yeah, it's very relaxing.
A change of pace that I do welcome at times, but there's only so much of it that I can play before I remind myself that there are other speeds to a video game. Like it's not all that. But you know, I will continue to play Tears of the Kingdom. It's funny with Tears of the Kingdom though, because when I remember Breath of the Wild came out, I played a good chunk of it and then I struggled to beat it. And I'm kind of at that point again with Tears of the Kingdom now. And I remember thinking about the upcoming release way back when of Tears of the Kingdom and thinking like, I'm not going to let that happen again because I know what I'm expecting. And it, you know, I got burnt out again with it. And I don't know why that is or how to prevent it, but hopefully I can beat it at some point. I don't know.
If you're new to the podcast, we have a hashtag that goes around called Mikey Doesn't Finish. And, you know, it's almost like it's like the 7-year itch or something like that. Like you get cold feet right before the marriage. You're like, it's almost done. I'm okay for a bit.
I'm okay. I don't know though. Like in my mind, and I've said this before, and I'll continue to say it. In my mind, when I buy a game and I'm playing the game, it's not about did I beat the game. It's did I feel like I got an experience out of it. That it's different from movies. Maybe not books, because I feel like books kind of have to wrap themselves up. It is all story. But in games, I think there's so much of an element of just living in a situation beat by beat that excuses the fact that I'm not completing it.
Yeah. Doing the bit aside, I completely agree with you, because there are whole video games where there is no ending. You know what I mean? There's whole games where it's just online, like Overwatch stuff. You get beat Overwatch. But that's not true of a book or a movie. You know what I mean?
And it's also like if the story is the most important part of a game, and if playing a game properly is contingent on beating the game, then why in most open world games are there so many distractions? Why are you encouraged to get lost in the game and experience all the different side missions? And I think it's because games themselves are less about beating the story and more about experiencing the world, especially the more that we, you know, build out these games and have these bigger and bigger games. If I want a story, I'll play like an indie game that I can just kind of sink my teeth into. I still have fun with that. Dave the Diver, which I brought up recently. I'm kind of like that's a perfect example of a game where I'm like, I've played enough of it. I'm kind of good. You know, there's only so many hours that I can go dive down and serve sushi before I think, well, I mean, I could eat sushi all day long, but I don't know about serving it.
All you can eat.
All you can eat. Do you have any games up on the horizon that you're thinking about?
That's a good question. You know, unfortunately, God, this podcast has been going on for a long time. So like you've heard me every year right around this time go like, I'm not buying Madden.
Yes.
And then they really tested my foil in this one, because they put the star of the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, on the cover. And I went, well, I got to support my guy, Josh.
Well, listeners will know you're a massive supporter of the Buffalo Bills. So you got to do it.
Yes. Because nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Andrew, I never said anyone circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Well, good. It's not a contest.
You know, you make me want to shout.
It is funny that if somebody was like, you know, like one time the Houston Texans are like, we should try circling these wagons. So like, no one even tries circling. Sorry. So yes, the star quarterback of the Buffalo Bills is the cover athlete of Madden this year. And well, you know, here I am. So, you know, I'm only human. I bleed. So I'm going to probably get it.
I like that. I like that. Remnant 2 came out recently as of the release of this podcast. It was out for a week or two or something like that. That's a game that I'm considering getting, kind of like a procedurally generated Dark Souls with guns, they kind of say it. So that's kind of piqued my interest a little bit. I might check that out. I can update in a couple weeks. But yeah, honestly, on the horizon, I'm just excited to play through my backlog. I mentioned this a week or so ago, but like I've really been enjoying just going back and simmering in some of these games that I haven't spent any time with. Inscription is another one that's free on PlayStation Plus.
Yep.
That I've just downloaded. It Takes Two is out on PlayStation Plus, so I'm considering maybe finagling my player 2 and my player 1 into
oh, do it. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
If you want to start the most unique fights you've ever had in your relationship, like the most, it's just like, that's not the right piano. Oh, God damn it. Or quick math.
Oh,
my player 1 is my wife. My player 1 is a lovely human being, but struggles under pressure. And it's just like it's like 7 minus 3, and she's like, and I'm like, you know this. God.
Did you guys when you were planning on getting married, did you say, if we can't make it through It Takes Two?
Yeah. You know, it's actually funny. When we're doing the marriage courses, the rabbi said, here's It Takes Two. Please finish this and we'll see you next week or something like that. Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun.
And then the Moyle came on. He's like, who needs a snipping? And you're like, no one invited you.
Whoa, this is not an all-in-one shop kind of thing. Yeah, no, it's really good. It's kind of like Overcooked for relationships.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's less tense, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because Overcooked is really the bear simulator. And
yeah, true.
And but It Takes Two, the story is so lovely,
yeah,
and the animation, and it's so creative. I really love that game. I think I said it was my favorite game of the year a couple years ago.
I think it was up there for you, and I've been excited to play it. I just haven't had a partner who wants to play it with me. I also just hadn't had a partner up until this one for a very long time.
Teach your dog how to use the controller, eh?
I tried, Andrew. Oh boy, did I try!
Just and in fact, peanut butter on certain buttons.
Yes, buttons. Buttons, Andrew. She got so good, my dog did, that I couldn't keep up with her. She was mad at me. Yeah, she's like, 7 minus 4. No, I will say, if anything I'm saying is landing with you in regards to going back and cleaning out some of your back catalog, PlayStation Plus has been really consistent lately. And I know you and I always talk about Xbox Game Pass, but like PlayStation Plus just has some absolute bangers on there right now.
Absolute bangers. Yeah, like really, it is such a good service. What I do is I usually subscribe for a month and then take a month off and then subscribe for another month.
Oh, great.
Which I know might be financially not smart, but it gives myself a good break to be like surprised by all the games.
Sure.
Like, hello.
100%.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's
actually, do you know, maybe you haven't noticed this, but if you, with PlayStation Plus, because you can download like the games of the month, if you unsubscribe, are you able to play them again when you resubscribe?
Yes.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. So that's it just checks if you're subscribed or not.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Man, now I'm thinking about It Takes Two. What a great game.
I mean, that's another one that we could almost do on the podcast.
Oh, we should absolutely do on the podcast and yell at each other. It'd be so fun. That's what everyone likes.
7 minus 4, Andrew.
11? Andrew, minus. Oh.
Look, we speaking of 7 plus 4 minus 1, we've got 10 places.
Nailed it. Smooth as hell.
Speaking of 10 places in video game history that we would not want to live. Now, as we always do when we start this off, I want to talk about some of the reasons and reasoning behind some of the selections that you had. So when you're putting this list together, what are some things that come to mind? Some things you wanted to keep in mind?
So this is an accompaniment to a previous podcast we did where places we want to live. And it is amazing the number of places that I thought could have doubled for both. But I will say this list seems easy, right? Video games where you don't want to live. A video game in most cases is a level that has enemies in it that are trying to hurt you.
Right.
And so you think, well, that's pretty easy. I can name a bunch of these levels that you're like, well, I don't want to die. I tried to get a little bit more creative of building an actual life inside of these places.
Okay, cool.
You know what I mean? Like I don't have Super Mario on here.
Right.
Okay. I don't want to tip any picks. Okay.
Yep.
Tip any picks. Okay, good. That seems like a great thing. Oh, it's colorful and the music's really good. There are mutants that if they touch you, you will die.
That's true.
This is a bad place to live. I don't care.
It seems terrible.
Yeah, also, I don't care what the weather's like. It's a bad place to live.
Right. I don't want to ride a dinosaur.
Right.
I know it seems like that would be fun.
Yes.
But I don't want to develop an attachment to it. And then when all of a sudden an enemy hits it and it runs off the other way, I've got to go chase after a dinosaur now. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility.
I'm very scared. I feel very weak. Eat a bunch of mushrooms. And you're like, well, I don't know about this. It makes me breathe fire.
Like Mario, regular Paul Stamets over here.
What?
I said Mario. He's a regular Paul Stamets.
Can you explain that for
a mycologist? He studies mushrooms. Very famous in the psychedelics community.
Yes. Everyone knew it. That was just me.
When I boot up Super Mario, one of my favorite things is looking at the map. When really Mario's looking at maps. The organization in British Columbia, Canada, that fights for the legalization of psychedelic research.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is one person at home that's like, oh my God, Mikey. Yeah, you and me, we're best friends. I get everything he's saying.
Luigi is a brother and a partner to Mario.
Yes.
But his biggest ally? Terrence McKenna.
And of course that is...
Terrence McKenna was the...
you seem bored by this now. What the hell's that?
No, I just realized I meant to say Roland Griffiths.
Oh my God.
But Terrence McKenna was the guy in the 70s who was like, tune in, drop out, whatever. That guy was like big about the psychedelics and took it maybe a little too far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how much more
How's he doing?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, yeah. Okay. He's unrelated, right? Hit by a bus.
Thought he could fly.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Wow, we're learning so much on this podcast. So, yes, places we do not want to live, wherever Terrence McKenna thought he was, and the levels that we want to describe to you of the places we did. So, we're going to go 10 to 1.
We are going to go 10 to 1.
Like always, we have not talked about this beforehand.
No, we haven't.
So, we don't know how much crossover there is. But, yeah, how did you come up with your list?
So, I had kind of a similar thing where it's very easy to think of a bullet hell scenario where I'm just like, oh, I of course being in here is going to suck because I'm going to die a lot. But I wanted to add some more layers to it. I figured I tried to treat it as though I'm about to move somewhere, like I'm buying a new house or something like that. So inconvenience played a big element into it, because like death is almost inevitable in any of these places. So I'm like, what separates death?
And in life.
And well, not proven.
Do you have a figure that's famous for mushrooms that could help you prove that one? This one will help you avoid deaths. Oh, cool.
Well, all I'm saying is jury's out. I'm sure you're going to die soon, but I don't know if I'm going to die.
Yeah, you predicted that recently.
I think that's very soon.
When my death is coming up.
I think it's very soon.
So, I do not want to remember that date, by the way, because I do not want to like count down the days or anything.
I'm very curious to go back and see where it is. One day I will, and I will.
Tell me when it's over, okay? Like, tell me the day after.
Hey, Andrew, congrats, we made it.
That day I predicted you die. Hey, that's in the past, baby.
So yeah, it had a lot to do with just kind of interesting ways that I could separate one level from another that goes beyond just how hard it would be to survive. Okay. Now, unless there are excruciating elements to one that sets it apart from just a regular street level in Contra, I'm thinking like, I would probably just leave it to a regular action games and regular things like that. There has to be something that sets it apart from others. But I wanted a variation of some danger, some inconvenience, something that would drive you a little nuts.
Yeah. I agree with you. That's exactly that's how I came up with the two. And there's some obvious ones you just can't leave out, right? Yes. Yep. So do you want me to start?
Why don't you start us?
Okay. Yeah. I'll start with number 10 here, Mortal Kombat. Now, I mentioned Mortal Kombat, the world of Mortal Kombat, because this one seems obvious and it's almost kind of boring in that way. Yeah. But it's not because there are a series of monsters and trained fighters that are trying to kill me at any time. It's more to do with the fact that it's like everyone's nightmare come to life, where I would show up to Mortal Kombat and be like, what? Oh, you guys, you've been practicing. Oh, you got knives for hands. Like, it's almost like you missed orientation or something like that. And you're like, what do I have? And they're like, you don't have anything. I'm like, well, what the fuck is that all about? Like, it's showing up naked to SNL without rehearsing or your exam that you didn't study for.
100%.
I would look at Kano with a red eye and be like, I'm supposed to fight?
Should I have a red eye?
Yeah, and he's like, you're watching the fight right before you, because I assume they're standing right off stage.
Yes.
And he does a friendship, and I'm like, what's that? Is that something I have? And they're like, I don't know, do you?
My favorite is you accidentally get yourself into a situation where you have won a fight, which is not going to happen. Let's
not going to happen.
But if it did, and that person is just kind of like wavering around, and they're like, Andrew, it's time for your fatality, and you have to improvise one, you're like, Ooh,
stop kissing him. And I'm like, oh man,
purple nurples just twisting.
I use his testicles like a speed bag.
You do something so vile that Kano's looking at you like, Jesus Christ, mate.
I ripped out that guy's spine and played it like an air guitar, and yet you disgust me, sir. Oh no.
Goro barfs up the spine he ate out of Jax. He's just like, that's gross. Yeah. Do you have any specific levels or areas within Mortal Kombat that either you would not want to go to, or maybe would be your bastion if you found yourself in this?
Okay, so the temple, which is the stage for
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn.
Yeah.
That would be good. There seems to be housing there. There seems to be people living, and like there's all the because there's an audience.
They don't seem happy.
Hey, but they have a roof over their head and 3 square meals a day, I assume. You know, obviously the perch, like the one that's the elevated. What is that one called?
Oh,
again?
the pit.
The pit.
The pit.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That obviously seems bad.
Yeah,
because it's about 4 feet wide, and that's about it. And there's one way down.
Yeah, but the views, Andrew.
Oh, the views.
And the ceilings.
Oh, is there nice ceilings in there?
Yeah, it's basically the stars.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah,
great.
You're playing under God's canvas.
I love that. I love Mortal Kombat.
Thank you.
I've got one going back. This is going back quite a while, and it's going back so long that I don't even think that this city has a name to it. It's an area that I feel like you would set up, you would feel normal and at home. You'd be just kind of like, yeah, sure. Sometimes you're a rat in a cage. You're kind of in the rat race of life and all that stuff.
Smashing Pumpkins.
But you're listening to Smashing Pumpkins. Even when you get home from work, you're sitting down to have a meal, and all of a sudden a giant gorilla fist bashes through your window, picks you up, or your loved one eats you and tosses you out. By the time you're done dinner, the whole building's falling apart. It's the city from Rampage, Andrew.
This is a great choice.
It feels like it would be fun. They got the army, they've got protection. There's no reason to think that giant lizards and gorillas are going to come and make short work of your condo. But unfortunately, it happens all the goddamn time.
The time. And it's not one monster.
It's not one.
It's 3.
And sometimes they're competing to see who can beat your place up faster. It's miserable.
That's a really good. I didn't even think about that. It would be a terrible place to live because it is a city like any other city, a city like we live in.
You could easily get duped into living there, I think.
100%.
Because if you visit on a day where the gorillas aren't out to play, then you're fine. Although you might get to meet The Rock.
That is true.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Granted, I guess you can say that about LA as well.
Yeah, if I just went to LA, I could run into The Rock. You're like, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That's so funny too, because you'd move there and you'd be like, it's a brand new building. And you're like, whoa, cool. That's really good. And you're like looking around, you're like, hey, there's a lot of brand new buildings in this area. And they're like, yeah, all really low price too. And you're like, oh, interesting. That's a strong army presence. What's that all about?
I really like the window choice in that. It just looks like a giant fist. It's like, open concept, very open concept. Yeah.
Oh God, that is so funny. I didn't even think about that one. Yeah. I like that.
Nice.
Because you also can imagine living there. Apartments.
Yeah.
All right. My next one is going to be, this is something I've wanted to talk about for a very long time. Okay. You're a good person to talk to about this. Oh,
great.
It's a city that is beautiful. It's got bridges and it's enclosed by water, some very famous architecture. It's very old school and Gothic style. And except the only problem is it seems to be flourishing of industry. There seems to be lots of jobs going around.
Great.
Very affluent donors giving to museums and and hospitals and things like that.
More. I'm in.
The only problem is that it seems like there is every third neighbor is a maniac who has a shtick and has a uniform, and so I don't want to live in Arkham City. That's ruled by Batman. Yeah. I just I don't know what it is that there's general thuggery everywhere. Everyone's got like a mask on and they're just like, can you just imagine going to your job, like a very normal job? You're like an accountant or something like that. And you're just walking home. You're like, oh crap. Guy's dragging a baseball bat. And you're like,
especially like late game Arkham City where like if Batman is a little bit like busy. A little busy. He's got other things to do. He's beaten up this gang of thugs 1,000 times. So he just starts, like when you're first playing an Arkham game and you're like, I have to beat up all of the villains. Every time there's a mugging, I'm going to help them. Yeah. Eventually Batman doesn't give a fuck. He's got bigger fish to fry and you're just left getting the shit kicked out of you.
Yes. Can you imagine, that thug is accosting you and trying to steal your money, I assume, or something like that. And you see the Batmobile coming down the street and you're like, thank God. And it just keeps going. And you're like, the fuck is going on? I just love the idea. And like, this is, I swear to God, not some kind of allegory to like police states or anything like that. But like, there is so much villainy that you're requiring a hero to show up.
Yes.
Like you're praying for like, God, I hope Batman or one of his weird family members show up to help me out. Otherwise, I'm fucked on my walk home from every day of work.
Hey, speaking of Nightwing.
Yeah.
Robin.
Yeah.
Batgirl.
Yeah.
Nepo babies.
Interesting.
Some of them.
One of them. Other ones just hired help. You know what I mean? Like one of them definitely inherited the role because he was born.
Well, Damian is actually Batman's son and does end up being Robin. Yeah. So that Nepo baby for sure. Yeah. Also, Damian loves killing people. Yeah, he fucking loves it.
How does Bruce Wayne not look in the mirror and go like, he's like, you can't kill people. And then he looks in the mirror, he goes, I really want to kill people. Like, he's your spawn. You would have the same idea.
He's so envious. Yeah. He's so envious.
Just one more thing. So Nightwing's like, I got to break out and do it on my own. Yes. I can't keep, because Gotham's perfect. It's angelic. It's the most peaceful state in the world. And so he's like, I got to break out my own. He goes, where should I go? New City? Should I go to Oceanside? No, I need to go to Bloodhaven. I've always thought that was like, man, that is on the nose.
Bloodhaven's great. Look, if I'm Nightwing, though, Nightwing also has a chip on his shoulder. I think he wants like whatever's worse than Gotham. Give him that.
I would agree with you. He needs to do better than Batman.
Yes. Although is Gotham the big leagues? You know, is
Gotham's Chicago?
Yeah.
And then
what is Bloodhaven? Detroit?
Cleveland. Detroit. Yeah,
so Bloodhaven is way more dangerous.
Yes. It's not only more violent, it's more boring. I'm sorry, Cleveland. I love you. Rock City.
Love the Guardians.
Yeah, go Guardians. Yeah. Go. That's it. Oh, Browns, I guess. Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah. Congratulations on Deshaun Watson.
I love that. I love Arkham. I actually almost picked New York City, but in the Spider-Man universe for the same reason of just constantly, at first you're like, fucking Spider-Man's here. He's taking pictures with me. But then as soon as the player controlled character, AKA Spider-Man, starts getting bored of taking selfies and saving every mugging that happens, you're fucked at that point.
You know what? It's funny though, because I was thinking about that as well. And I didn't include it in direct response to Gotham. New York, at least, it seems like most people are walking around just having a time.
Right, true.
Gotham, it seems like every single person that walks down the street is getting mugged or annihilated or murdered or something like that.
They all have pains in their liver. Like, they're just kind of always like, fucking, what is going on? Jesus.
Why is this city always in deep fall in the middle of the night and neons everywhere? At least in like the Spider-Man New York, it's like a nice New York winter day. You know what I mean? You're like, this is kind of nice.
Can it ever stop raining? No, it can't. No, it can't, because the lighting effects look too good on Batman's cape. Okay, I like that.
That's my number 9.
My number 9. So continuing on with me with kind of real-ish places, with a twist that would make them unbearable to me. Listen, we're in an Uber world right now. You know, you need to get from point A to point B. You no longer have to look on your phone or you no longer have to walk on the street and hail a cab. You just go on your phone and get an Uber, and it's all very impersonal and it's getting a little. So the idea of going back to a time, sunny little area, I think it's like LA or something like that, where you can walk outside, hail a taxi, and get from where you need to go in seconds flat.
Oh,
this isn't just any taxi, Andrew, though. It's a crazy taxi. And now, it sounds on its face like it's going to be a great thing.
Yes.
You need to get to the Levi's store.
That's exactly what I was going to say. God,
well, guess what? You better get there in 45 seconds or your cab driver's getting fired. He's failing his mission. And you better be willing to tip him $3,000 for this trip. You know what? I'm walking at that point. But worst of all, from this place.
Yeah.
Apparently, sure, it's got the Levi's store, which you can visit, and it's got the different cabs, but there are 3 songs that play on repeat at full volume, and that's the only songs that exist in this world. I would go crazy based on having to spend $3,000 for a cab and risking life and limb to get to the Levi's store, but I would tear my hair out if I had to listen to that song by The Offspring. Yeah.
No,
don't get me wrong, it's a great song.
Great song. I think day 2, I'd be like, so my other thing too is like you kind of get in the cab and you're like, you guys still have a Tower Records, eh?
Yeah.
And it'd be like little things like, that's weird. Interesting. And then you're right. You get to the Levi's store.
Yeah.
But you're on the highway and it's on the underpass. And you're like, oh, I think we missed our exit. I think we missed our exit. Oh, you're backing up. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? He just rams himself right off the highway edge.
You've got a broken pelvis and a dislocated shoulder, and he's like, "That'll be $4,000, please." And you're like, "Fucking
enjoy buying jeans."
Yeah, those jeans better be cheap.
Oh, 100%.
I just blew my wad on this cab driver over here. Also, if you're a very high value prospect,
yeah.
You have a very small green circle around you, and that cab driver's got to get right up next to you.
It's getting real close.
You're getting shinned twice a day by a cab. There's no way you're not.
Thank God you can't do it by phone, because you got to keep your head up. You got to be like looking around all the time.
That's true.
As a yellow missile sent towards you. Ah, it's coming after me. Oh God, crazy taxi. I didn't even think about that. That's a great one. Okay,
this is your number 8.
Okay, so my number 8. This is my only crossover from the places I wanted to live, and this is a very specific. There's a very specific reason. So it's a crossover for maybe a couple of different lists we've had. My number 8 would be Pokemon.
Oh,
so
whereabouts in Pokemon?
Oh, Mikey, I think you know exactly where in Pokemon. It's a shade of purple, and it's ruled by ghosts.
Oh no!
Yeah. So so I'm talking about Lavender.
Okay, of course.
Is in the place I want to live.
Yeah.
If you're in like where's he from? Elm Oak. Something like that.
No, that's Professor Oak. He's from Pallet Town, I think.
Pallet Town. Thank you very much. I think you remember that. And you're like, this is idyllic.
Yeah.
This is perfect. The music's wonderful. Your mother doesn't care if you come or go. You have a crazy uncle that's asking your gender.
It's
fantastic.
Put birds and balls and no one questions it.
No problem. And they're all because most of the monsters that are around you, those pocket monsters, are like a bug, a bird,
right,
a hamster.
Sure.
You're like, great. This is fantastic. On the other side of the map,
oh God,
when you think you've been brave, there's very spooky music being played and ghosts everywhere.
Real ghosts.
And if it's not even the ghosts that you're afraid of, maybe you've like, I don't know, you're stronger than I am. And you're like, those are transparent ghosts. What are they going to do? Hurt me? In the water, there are literal dragons. Like everything is trying to actively kill you. And if you have not built up a little militia of your own, you are dead.
Yeah, and you know what? I didn't even think, because you mentioned the river dragons you have to worry about. Also, if you have pets, little goldfish, who the fuck knows what that thing grows up into?
Totally.
If you have a Magikarp, like, you better not give that thing too much to eat, because you're going to come home one day and there's going to be a hole in your house and a Uridos is going to be gusting wind all over the place.
You like every time it splashes, you're like, you better calm down with that. Okay, good. Cut that shit out.
Would you think though, when you die,
so you faint? Like, oh no! Oh, you mean me
when
in real
you
life?
Die?
Yes.
Do you have the potential to become a ghost type Pokemon? Like, can I catch?
That's interesting.
Andrew.
Oh.
And if so, what would your moveset be?
Well, this would also work in a Ghostbusters type situation, because you could also catch me there too, as if I was a ghost.
Right.
What would be my moveset? That's a really I think it would be a lot like what's his name from What We Do in the Shadows? The energy vampire?
Oh, Colin Robinson.
Colin Robinson. It would be a lot of like bore. It would be like bored to death. And I would just start yammering on about like 1990s Buffalo Bills players or something like that. And they're like, oh my God. And just, I'd be one of those ghosts that like drive people to suicide. That would be like insane. You ever heard of those?
No.
Those are real things.
Are they real things?
Yeah, those are real
things. Are they
in Pokemon? Those are real things.
Oh, right. Wolf Blitzer reported those recently.
It's running on the top of the news. I can't believe no one's checked this. Ghosts, real.
Ghosts, real.
Can we talk about one of my favorite news stories for a second?
Okay.
Because it's related to this.
Sure. Andrew, we know that jet fuel can't melt in steel beams.
Yeah, oh no, we've already gone over that.
Yeah.
The other one was, funny enough, it's about a plane. It's about that woman that...
Funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Oh boy. That woman that before takeoff in Denver walks to the middle of the front and goes, I know you're going to make fun of me, but that guy's not real.
Yes.
I have not stopped thinking about this story because of the wording. That guy's not real.
Yes.
And yet all the people in the plane don't laugh. They immediately go, what the fuck? Everyone turns around and goes, which guy? And so there's something about, I don't know, something about like AI and like the way we created all these fake things that I think for a lot of people, they're like, oh, that's entirely a possibility. What does that guy look like?
I think a part of us wants to believe her, right? Because I guarantee you a lot of those people are on that flight. They're commuting. Yes. They're on a business trip. They're bored of their life. How much things would change in that moment if they looked back and that guy Agent Smith his way like another person.
Because I also wonder what, like clearly she's on like Ambien and 3 gin and tonics. Like there is a way to explain this very quickly, right? And it's, and the guy beside him was like a magician and went, what? And she's like, get the fuck out of here. But can you imagine if that's true and she was just like, I don't know, having an episode, which I shouldn't make fun of. But you're the guy she points at, you're like, what the fuck? And everyone's looking at you like you're a lizard person or something like that.
How normal would you try to be for the rest of that flight?
Hello, fellow humans. Do you also like baseball? And you're like, oh God.
Every time I ordered a drink, I would just wait to see what the person before me ordered and be like, I will have tomato juice. And you're like, fuck, that is weird, isn't it? Fuck. Damn it.
I would like drinking gazpacho, please. It's just, that story I just cannot get over. I just think it's so interesting.
Yeah.
Plus, that woman, I guess, is just in hiding for probably lots of reasons, but it probably sells you the fact that they're like, well, they took her away because she saw through the
honestly,
curtain of reality.
The fact that she doesn't yet have an OnlyFans.
Do you remember the woman that said that person's not real? Would you like to see her asshole? That's an option.
Guess what? Her asshole is not real.
So yes, Lavender Town is my number 8.
Lavender Town
is to wrap 8. That one up.
My number 8, another video game location based on a real life location.
Okay.
And Andrew, we're Canadian.
Hey, we are.
We
Can't
love
stop it.
being Canadian. We've got hockey.
Yeah.
We've got Tim Hortons.
Yep.
Most Canadian of them all.
Yes.
We've got death. We've got, I said death. We've got healthcare.
Yes. Death care.
Death care. Death care. Well, also a little bit.
Yep.
We all say sorry to one another.
We do.
We're all so nice. No one's ever mean here. And racism doesn't exist.
Yeah. It's a perfect utopia.
It's a perfect utopia. But I think I'm ready to move south of the border.
Oh, Mexico.
Yeah, that's a little farther south than I was thinking. Yeah,
interesting.
Antarctica. It's still south. But if I move to the United States of America, Andrew, I would hope that it is not at the time of Death Stranding, because this is a world in which the rain makes you old and and ghosts are real.
You sound like this woman again. The rain is making us old. And you're like, oh, okay.
Rain makes us old. Very much in the spirit of Lavender Town. Ghosts are real. They're after you.
Yep.
It is the worst case scenario of COVID. Again, Hideo Kojima, just a master auteur predicting what our lives would become 3 or 4 months after the game came out.
I think he'd be shocked by how quickly that came through. Yeah. He's like, whoa, I thought I saw it coming.
If you're Hideo Kojima, do you not start writing things as though you're Alan Wake and like believing you are creating reality?
Yes, or Nostradamus, where Nostradamus is like a thing that like for tabloids forever.
Yes.
It's like he predicted this. It's like, well, he wrote tens of thousands of things.
Yeah.
Eventually these things were going to start coming
Just
true.
like The Simpsons.
Honestly, yes, it's kind of like that. But if you were like Kojima, yes, my rooms would be full of Post-it notes.
100%.
Just everywhere.
And you just be like, see, I got that one.
Yeah. That's me. That's me. I got it. Credit to me.
Right there. I feel like that world would be fucking miserable. I would never leave the one thing that does seem cool about it is you'd never have to leave your little hidey hole. That seems great.
See, that's what you like about it?
I mean,
I think that seems terrifying.
If you have to, then like if everyone has to, because like there's some days where I'm lazy and it's like sunny out and you're like, I guess I got to go for a walk or something.
You feel
like that.
guilty.
Yeah.
If you stay inside.
Yeah. Now I feel good.
Yeah.
I'm helping.
But this is the problem though, is you always get what you don't get what you want, like, you know, kind of thing. So if you're stuck inside, you're like, man, I really want to go outside.
Yeah, that's true.
But this is an honorable mention. It's not on my list. And I thought the exact same thing. I'm like, this is a terrible place to live.
True.
Even for Sam Bridges.
Yeah. Well, especially for Sam Porter Bridges.
Yeah.
The one thing that they really gloss over is like the rain, if it touches you, it makes you old. Sam is like, they play really fast and loose with that. Like he's not airtight, or watertight. He has a hood on and his skin looks great. Like I got to imagine he's either got a great health, like Nivea is probably doing great because they're just getting rid of wrinkles left, right, and center. But yeah, everything
whatever
else
those
about
showers,
this place, the showers,
whatever those showers are doing is like
those showers. That's Guillermo del Toro. It can fit you and Guillermo del Toro in those showers.
Which is really saying something.
It's really
we're
saying
two healthy
something.
lads.
The moment in that game when he gets into the shower with you, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I want more of it.
You and I went 2 different ways on this, where I just kept writing down, what is happening? What is happening? And you're like, what is happening? I love it. What is happening? I love it.
Well, it's crazy that, Guillermo del Toro spends his entire life creating things that will horrify you. And what finally gets me is him getting to the shower with me in Death Stranding.
Not a human fish person and falling in love with him, winning Best Picture. No.
No.
All right. So that is your number 7, 8?
8. That's my number 8.
All right, so my number 7. This one's a little on the nose, but I think it's pretty obvious, and I had to mention it. I don't think I'd be true to myself if I didn't mention the fact that, speaking of COVID, The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can't tell, there are things actively trying to kill you if they can hear you. And then if you run into someone that looks like you're like, oh, good, now this guy's going to kill me. So like, there's just no winning in this situation. To the point that if you make a bond or a friendship or a connection with somebody, the whole time you're distrusting of it. You're just
100%.
like, oh, I can't wait for this guy to stab me in the back.
Even if you spend a couple months with a new group of people, you might be eating dead bodies.
Yes.
That might be a thing.
They may be fattening you up to harvest.
I don't want that.
No.
Yeah, the threat of if you step out of line, will eat you.
Yeah.
No thanks.
No.
And they're saying, well, then go leave and let the clickers eat you.
Yeah.
I don't want that either.
There's no good options.
There's no good options.
There's no good options. And it seems like if you're alone, you go crazy.
Yeah.
So like, you know, No Man's an Island or whatever.
The one exception, because
there is one exception I was going to bring up.
Bill and Frank.
Oh, I wasn't going to mention them. That's good. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I was going to mention something from the TV show of Graham Greene and his wife who are living in a cabin in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's
great. And they seem happy as hell.
There would be a way to make it work, but I don't know enough about survival to make that work for me.
I don't know enough about anything.
No.
Like I realized very quickly, they're like, what's your skill that you provide? You're like, I'm not good with my hands.
Two Jews walk into a bar.
I'm the jester. Yes. I'll bring casual racism. Oh no, we've got that. We've got that up to our ears.
Yeah, we've got the Stingers over whatever that biker gang from Last of Us Part 2
Oh
is.
yeah, the one in
Cobras or something like that.
California or whatever it is. Yeah.
Santa Barbara.
I had to mention Last of Us. I put it pretty high up there because I've got other ones that are more pointed, but it's just, I would struggle to find the reason I would want to be there.
Yeah, except unless you have that like prepper fantasy of the world is over and I just get to live Bill and Frank style. Right. But even then, watching that episode of because that's kind of outside of the game itself, they're drinking wine every night. I'm like, you run out of that real. I don't care if you have an entire liquor store beside you. That's gone within a year.
I thought about that. Yeah. And also, wouldn't that be one of the first things that's raided? Like the second we find out there's an outbreak, people would just break into liquor store, empty it out before
100%.
the gun store.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The gun store.
The gun store.
The gun store. Ammunition, I guess.
Speaking of maybe something that shows up later, who knows?
Oh, nice.
Number 7 for me, Andrew. Listen, I love my history.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know much about it, but I like to imagine what different scenarios would be like, you know, going back in time.
Okay.
I love especially like Renaissance Italy. I'm talking 15th and 16th century. But you know what? If given the opportunity to live there, I would have to turn them down.
Okay.
Because my number 7th choice is 16th century Italy, Rome, something like that. Because all I know is I could be walking through the alleyways of Rome. I could be looking at the architecture. Yeah. I could be hearing people talk about Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci.
You could meet him.
I could meet him. But on the way to go meet him.
Just like The Rock in LA. You're in Rome. So like he might be just, oh my God, there he is. Just walking by.
I've been waiting to meet Drake for so long in Toronto. But no matter where, just knowing what I know, at any point in time, a bird flies above you. Is it a bird or is it an assassin jumping on you out of nowhere to stab you in the goddamn throat? You would have to be on high alert all the time. I would never walk by a hay bale.
No.
I would never walk by a clock tower.
No.
I would never walk by monks. And there are so many monks.
Yeah. See 3 people sitting on a bench? Uh-oh. That middle one, definitely the middle one is an assassin.
I would just, like, my anxiety is bad enough just worrying about like a nasty email coming through. Right. Imagine a nasty blade coming through your neck. Like everywhere you go, someone's jumping on you from the rooftops. No thanks.
So I don't want to do the thing that you do that drives me crazy when I come up with a list that's my own personal opinion and you're like, let me tell you why you're wrong.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, it's a little confusing. You're like, I don't want to live in 17th century Italy when it's just like the actual city. Like there's nothing crazy. It's not like, and there's dinosaurs. You know what I mean?
I mean, in the world of Assassin's Creed.
Sure.
So I need,
like, you don't want to be a target.
I need you to make a conceit.
Right.
Well, no, you don't have to be a target because you can just kill random people in this game too.
Oh yeah, right.
Like what if Sid from Toy Story picks up Assassin's Creed and I'm in the game?
Oh, I never even thought about that.
Like you just get a shit disturber who's just causing chaos.
Right.
I don't want that.
No, you don't want that.
No.
You don't want that. I'm just thinking, it's beautiful. You get to visit the Colosseum while it's still fully
while you're still alive, if you can make it there.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, no plumbing.
Oh, so general history stuff. Yeah. The food's awful.
Food's terrible.
No one's washing themselves.
No, but
everyone's just dumping their extra
out of windows.
Yeah, exactly.
No thanks.
Oh, God. I can't believe we survived as just humanity.
Unbelievable.
It's just, it's disgusting.
What are the things though that like 200 years from now, 400, 500 years from now, people are going to look back and be like, they shit in a bucket and
I bet you
flushed it?
I bet you a huge part of it is transportation.
Oh,
I bet you like the idea of commuting. It's like somebody waited in a car an hour twice a day.
Yeah.
And you're like, yes. And they're like, how many? It's like, lots. You're
Most.
Like, yeah. You're like, oh, weird. I hope the answer is not, I just go to my work station in my apartment and then I'm
probably what it is.
Yeah, no, that's going to be awful.
My firm belief is surgery. I think we're going to look back on surgery as like, you just cut people open and like removed organs.
That's interesting.
I think it's going to be healing through stem cells or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you were going to say mushrooms.
Who am I? Who am I?
Who are you?
Terrence McKenna.
Who are you? Terrence McKenna again?
Roland Griffith. Michael Pollan all of a sudden.
Yeah, Michael Pollan.
No, I do. I think surgery will be the idea of
That's
cutting open a human being will be like, you did fucking what?
My thing is always that we seem to eliminate inefficiency throughout time.
Sure.
Like we do a lot of things where it's like, that's not efficient. Why do we do that? That's why I always think, well, what takes the most time in our life? Because even in the last 10 years of like food delivery or, you know, whatever, we just try and cut that time out.
Yeah.
Like time is currency kind of thing.
And yet, what do we do with the free time? Bury it in our phones?
Yeah. Just sit inside on a sunny day.
That sounds great.
Sam Porter Bridges style.
So that is my number 7.
That's your
16th
number
century Italy from Assassin's Creed.
All right, my number 6. Once again, I'm eliminating some easy ones right off the top. Low hanging fruit. Silent Hill.
Andrew, this is my number 1.
Your number 1?
This is my number 1.
We will speak about it when we get to it.
When we get to it. I probably shouldn't have said number 1, but I'm very excited to talk about this because we could not just have that lingering over us without that being massive.
I am so glad you said that.
Yes.
Yeah. And which we will speak all the obvious reasons it would
obvious
be
reasons
in
just a little bit. So that means my number 6. I'm curious to see if this is on your list, Andrew. From the same franchise you talked about, one of these places being somewhere you would want to live. This one specifically is one that I don't want to live. It's in the sky. It's got sky hooks.
Oh.
And I'm not talking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay.
And the reason I'm not talking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is because he would not be allowed in Colombia from BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, because he's not white.
Because he's not white. It's a very racist place.
Oh, it's so racist, it's crazy.
It's so racist, it's crazy.
Yeah.
The idea of it seems great. However, I've seen what happens to the Hindenburg. And I've also seen what happens to people of other races in Colombia. So I'm saying no bueno.
No bueno. You would not want to live in Colombia.
I would not want to live in Colombia.
Can I just say, well, here I am again. Jeez, it's like playing like Mikey.
What did I do?
No, you didn't do anything. You're absolutely allowed to have your opinion. All I'm saying is that, okay, so take your morals and ethics out of it for a second, okay?
Hard to do, Andrew. I'm a very upstanding citizen.
You are. And no one's doubting that.
Yeah.
But if you had to be incredibly selfish, you could benefit being there. You know what I mean? And it's like, you'd have to like turn off this idea of like fairness.
Andrew, like mic's off.
Yeah.
Colombia looks fucking awesome.
I would fucking rule that place.
But like in today's ecosystem, you gotta grandstand a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta give the people what they want.
You gotta give the people what they want. And what they want is talking about justice without doing much.
Without doing anything. Yes. People love talking.
They love talking.
They hate action.
They hate it. Well, less talking because that makes them all nervous and clammy like a fish. I think they like typing and then pressing enter and then turning their screen off.
Yeah. You know, it's a very little fish on a floating island in the sky.
That's true. One of my favorite hobbies of fishing I couldn't do.
Yes, except for like a very long lure. Like just like hundreds of feet to the ground. Like, well, I think I'm in the water. Okay. Is it pulling? I don't know. It might be wind. I have no idea.
Do you think people fish for birds?
Whoa, the concept of fishing for birds really blew my mind there for a second.
I bet you could.
I bet you could.
You just like huck a lure down off Colombia.
Little piece of baguette. The seagull comes by.
Or a sausage or a French fry or something like that.
Yeah. That's my diet mostly.
I got a pterodactyl.
Yeah. Whoa, where are we in this situation?
Andrew, I didn't realize one of the spoilers of BioShock Infinite.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, never saw it coming.
Dinosaurs are also pretty racist.
That's a great choice.
There's always a lighthouse and there's always a brontosaurus.
That would be the other problem is you're a hopeless romantic. So you'd probably fall in love with one girl and then you'd be like, oh, here comes the cycle. Starting all over again.
Started all over again.
Tales how it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
So Colombia is your number 6. Okay. So let me just double check I got the right numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, perfect. Okay. My number 5. This is one that I really was proud of.
Okay.
Call of Duty Black Ops multiplayer map Nuketown.
Oh my God. Yeah, I can see that.
What made this map so much fun is it's small. So you're like always in the action, running into people left and right, right? Downside, if I live there and want to set up a life, it would be nearly impossible as well-armed militia members are respawning every couple of seconds. Plus side, I like the retro 50s aesthetic. Downside, it would be stained with my own blood constantly. There you go.
Nuketown's great. Also, there's the side of it that's like, it's notoriously a very small map.
Yes.
So you would just be in this loop of like,
you'd be staring at the same other house every day, just staring forward as people are running by you left and right.
Do you think they have like, do you think in Nuketown they have like the anti-purge one day a year?
Oh, so one day it's calm?
Yeah. Guns down. No one's allowed to kill each other.
That would be, I can't be like, as much as the purge is horrible because that one day it's all concentrated into one day. I can't begin to concentrate how much niceness would be shoved into that one day.
That would be unbelievable.
It'd be like a barbecue. Everyone would just hang out together. Or it'd be like Caligula, maybe. Everyone just fucking
left dicks and right. Everywhere. And pussies and assholes.
Right.
Imaginary assholes.
Yes, not imaginary assholes.
No, I really like that pick. I like the neighborhood aesthetic, but I would hate the fact that, I don't know, 13-year-olds are teabagging each other in my living room. That would suck.
Exactly. My mother did what? I have to find out from this guy? Oh, terrible.
That would be kind of a fun premise of like the 13-year-old that is actually trying to tell someone that their mom is
your mom's cheating.
Just like, no, I slept with your mom and I felt like you should know. It's like, shut the fuck.
I think your mom's a pedophile, man. Fuck off, dude.
Okay, so that is your number 5. My number 5. I'm not sure if you played this game actually, but the idea, I always get panicky when I think about a world that constantly repeats itself, that someone is always watching over your shoulder and every one of your moves. Like the idea of fatalism and not knowing whether things are or are not controlled and feeling like there's always someone one step ahead of you scares me. And the Stanley Parable sets up this office, whatever city this is in. Is the place I wouldn't want to live, because I also don't think that the main character Stanley in the Stanley Parable escapes this office that he's in. So that is just where he lives. Constantly a narrator. If the listener, if you're unfamiliar with the Stanley Parable, it's a game that starts off where you're in this boring little office building and a narrator says something like, Stanley got up from his desk. And then you get up from your desk and it says he went over to the door on the left. And then you have a decision to either go to the door on the left or go to the door on the right. And the narrator changes what they're about to say based on what decision that you make. And you constantly find yourself in opposition to or in service of this narrator, neither of which sounds very good. Every move you make is constantly decided for you. But there's also the question of like, baby, is that just life?
I like that you're changing the whole premise here of where I wouldn't want to live, not because of extreme danger that could be service to you, but it's the idea of a controller that you're very afraid of. I actually have a pick like that coming up too. It's not the same game, obviously, but it's the idea that we are very much being watched and controlled by somebody is a very terrifying idea.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what that might be.
It's a game we did on the podcast, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there you go. There's a little spoiler.
Fantastic.
Little tease.
Okay, I like that.
So that's your number 5?
Yes.
My number 4. Another game we did on the podcast, actually funny enough. It's going to be Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
it is, yes, you could say animatronics have come to life and are trying to murder you. Right. That is terrible. Why would I want to live there? That's actually not the part I want to talk about. The part I want to talk about is
because the pizza's so bad at Chuck E. Cheese.
The part I want to talk about is the economy must be terrible in the world of Five Nights at Freddy's. You are desperate. You take a job. You take a job out of the classified ad and you work there at night. And you not only work there at night, you work there the whole shift. As these animals, things are coming to kill you and you're like, I really need this job. I can't leave. Not only that, You show up the next night,
right,
with that full knowledge and that harrowing tale that you're telling everyone. Like at night, they come and kill you, and you're like, "Does anyone want to come with me?" And they're like, "No, I have to also work my night jobs."
Where do you work? I work at the circus where the clowns try to kill me.
Exactly. There's actual lines, but that sounds terrifying. Like I can't begin to describe how desperate this your main character must be. You must be that you're like, I really need this job though.
Do you think you could set up a scenario in our real world where you can find people desperate enough to like you, maybe it's like a prank show kind of thing, but like you set them up to know that the danger is that bad, pay them minimum wage and get them to come back the next day?
Yeah, probably.
I bet you some people would.
Yes, I bet you some people would. And I bet you we could find equivalents to that in our own world right now. True. And they're probably all very sad. So I don't really want to think too much about it.
That's fair.
Like people sign up for medical testing or something like that. Yes. They're like, well, I could die. But, you know.
Or you could get superpowers, Andrew.
Didn't think about that.
Risk reward.
You know, big chances, big reward.
Big tumor.
Yeah, exactly. You become Brainiac. Yeah, I just think about, I think the other one is the person that would survive and do really well in this job and doesn't care would be the most calm, chill person you've ever, like just dead on the inside. Just like, yeah, it's okay. Whatever.
Would you want to be friends with that person? Or
no, that person's a wild card.
Yeah.
They would just walk into traffic. Don't worry about stuff. You're just like, yeah, come on, man. Yeah,
I don't want to live in a city that has that person in it. That's a good point. Yeah.
So yeah, just the general economy of the city of the Five Nights at Freddy's, just no dice.
I like that. Any city that houses a place with known animatronic villains is also questionable. Because you can't tell me that other people don't know that the animatronics come to life.
Absolutely.
The security officer tells you pretty easily.
Yeah, just
in a YouTube world, you think we're not going to be seeing this on TikTok?
Also, the actual operations of the restaurant of Five Nights at Freddy's is so poor that the training manager isn't even there when you get there.
He calls in
voicemail.
He just calls in. That's it.
That's terrible. You got to leave. And the other one too is that Five Nights at Freddy Fazbear's or whatever that place is called, the actual establishment isn't doing well. It's like there's holes, there's like tiles pulling up and stuff like that. So like you're not getting paid that much either.
That's true. Yeah. Why? How does this place stay in business?
It's a great question. I'm gonna go with magic, evil magic probably.
Oh, okay. So you said magic and you said evil. I'm like, not sold, but the combination of evil magic
inverse. Yeah.
Now that sounds like a good explanation.
100%. Yeah.
Also sounds like the theme of a town in Pokemon. I don't want to visit.
Oh boy, there's a real theme.
The evil magic town. Here's another place that I don't want to visit, Andrew.
Oh, please. Where don't you want to live?
We talked about this already when you were talking about The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And you realize that your skills are, I don't know, atrophied, lacking. I don't know how to take care of myself.
No.
Without, now that I have it, if you took Uber Eats away from me, I don't know how I'd eat most nights. And I can't imagine how I would then get by in a world that expects me to literally build from scratch anything that I want to use. Minecraft, Andrew.
Oh,
you want something to eat? You can't pick your phone up unless you fucking built a phone to order something on with like a pickaxe and a felled tree and then some crazy ore that's like 200 meters under the earth.
Yes.
That you have to go on a death's march to go find.
Right.
Also, death is permanent. I still don't like that. I didn't like it in the real world. I don't want it in my...
Wait, it's permanent? Okay, so I've never played this game.
I've never played Minecraft. I mean, I've played it, but I've never fully gotten into it. Yeah.
Isn't it also you can't do things at night? Like you have to go...
At night? Well, at night, Andrew, similar to our own world is when the zombies come out. Yeah. So you kind of need to build... Yeah, it's very same. Very same.
Okay, that's right.
That you have to build a shelter for yourself. I'm like, give me the number of a good contractor.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, in this case, most contractors are probably 13-year-olds.
Or zombies.
13-year-old zombies. Evil magic.
Sad. It's sad because they died, and also sad they had to have a job when they were 13.
Oh, here's a question for you.
Yeah, please.
If you become a zombie at 13 and you live another 20 years, do you age?
No, you're still 13.
You're still 13.
Yeah, you're locked in at that point. Yeah, you're in carbonate at that point.
But at that point, your flesh has rotted off your bones.
Oh, yeah. You're 13-year-old bones, though.
Yes, you're 13-year-old bones. Yes.
Wouldn't that suck? Just don't even hit full puberty.
Oh, don't even know the touch of a woman.
At 13? Oh, yeah, probably not.
18?
No, 18.
Still not.
No, really?
What?
Mm.
Fuck.
Oh,
34?
Outed yourself.
Shit. Yeah, Minecraft. I'd just be sitting around all day, like George Costanza. Like, do I have to build everything around here? Like, I'd be miserable in that place.
I think I would also go cross-eyed with all the pixelation. I think I'd just be like, "Wow, God."
Also,
you lose the beauty of the world
and the beauty of yourself, Andrew.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah,
I would just be dots. Like a series of dots. Well, really, when you think about it, we're all a series of dots.
Ones
though.
and zeros. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I guess. All right. So that was your number 4.
That's my number 4.
My number 3. Resident Evil. World of Resident Evil.
Raccoon City. You don't want to be there.
Is this coming up in yours?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I picked between that and the Silent Hill choice.
Good for you. Yeah, you made the right call, probably. In Last of Us, at least there's some sense of community. There are communities that have set themselves up to help do things. Yeah, you know, they meet others, maybe share ideas, you know, whatever. This is just a hellscape with zombies and little to no ammunition.
Yes.
And
very little ammunition.
Very, very little ammunition. And like, you know, whereas Last of Us is now dabbling in like many zombies that have pulled together and stuff like that, and many different types. There are like super zombies that are like an active participant in your everyday life.
More active than you ever want them to be.
No, sure. And I'm trying to make them less active, and I'm running out of bullets. So
they're like volunteers that you're just like, guys, we've got too many hands right now.
Yeah,
I need some of the zombies to take a step back.
I know, and I wouldn't like the fashion I'd have to wear. My name would be something stupid like Lucius St. Cloud or something like that. And I don't like that in the first place. No. And then there's zombies coming after me.
I will take the Lucius St. Cloud. I do not want the zombies though.
No.
If there's a trade-off that someone's willing to give me, Lucius St. Cloud.
In a bright yellow leather jacket or something like that.
Yellow leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather. Yeah, of course. But here's the thing. The one thing that you're kind of missing.
Lay it on me.
If you're in Raccoon City and you've survived this long, which I'm assuming you have. Yeah. Also, are you a zombie in Raccoon City in this case?
Well, I didn't think about that. Actually, would that be preferable?
No.
Why?
Well, the eating human flesh.
Yeah, but I would have constant meals.
That's a good point.
I would have less predators.
If you were super hungry, you could just take a bite out of yourself. I'm sure no one's going to question
yum,
it.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum. But if you are a human, you're probably like Israel Adesanya level kicks. Like you can kick to you are so good at kicking things.
Yeah.
Leon S. Kennedy roundhouse kicks people's heads off their bodies.
Yeah.
Give me one of those. I'll deal with some zombies. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. It's once again, I don't really see a lot of benefits.
No.
You know what I mean?
Again,
people's hair care products seem to be doing pretty well.
They seem to be great.
Yeah.
Just like Nivea in the Death Stranding world is doing great for skincare.
I say as a bald man. I was like, it'd be great if, oh, damn it.
I mean, again, you talk about the benefits. I will direct your attention to the spin kicks. But if that's not enough for you, I will.
Spin kicks? Hell come to earth.
How about massive organizations controlling most things? That's a good thing too.
That is good.
That's good.
Yeah. There's a lot of trust in Big Pharma.
As there should be.
As there should be. We should not question their ever decisions. Yes.
The worst thing I think about living there is even if things do get better, like say the whatever Raccoon City's fixed, as happens at the end of these games, someday you're going to be on vacation somewhere and you're going to be alone in a corridor somewhere and someone's going to be stumbling up to you and you're like, fucking, is this guy drunk?
Yeah.
Or is this another goddamn zombie I got to deal with? I don't want to have to deal with this thing right now.
Pull out your gun.
Yeah.
You're aiming at a drunk person. And you're like, I have one bullet. I'm going to put it between your eyes.
Turns out it was a drunk zombie.
How would it, drunk on blood? What do you think?
Got drunk, became zombie.
Eternally drunk.
Eternally drunk.
13. Okay, so that's my number 3, Resident Evil.
Your number 3, Resident Evil. My number 3, listen, this one... Listen. There's not a ton that I need to say about this one, Andrew.
Yes.
We've talked about some places that are dangerous. We've talked about some places that are inconvenient. We've talked about some places that are god dang just gritty and dingy. And I don't like that. You know what we haven't talked about?
What?
Pooh Mountain. I don't want to live in Pooh Mountain.
I'm sorry, where is Pooh Mountain?
Pooh Mountain's in Conker's Badford, Andrew. And I want to stay the fuck away from there. You've got hungover.
For what reasons?
Well, Andrew, let me tell you this. Pixelation, it's just the graphics are great. I want to, if I move to Pooh Mountain, I want to know I'm living in Pooh Mountain.
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to see it.
Every detail.
Every detail. No, it's probably stinky.
Yeah.
There's a monster
Probably?
It's probably stinky.
Yeah, it's probably stinky.
It's it would be like you know where Blackberry, the movie Blackberry takes place in Waterloo.
That's where the vampires live.
Where the vampires live. Notoriously a very smelly city.
Is that true?
Did you ever notice that? It smells like fertilizer everywhere.
I gotta tell you one story.
Okay.
My player one and I, this is one of the best fights we've had in a while.
Uh-oh.
We were traveling through Japan, and there's this little town called Nara that is famous for deer because they're believed to be messengers from the gods. And there are deer, I can't begin to describe you, thousands of deer everywhere.
They know now that they're not messengers from God, right?
I couldn't break it to them. I didn't have the heart. Didn't have the heart.
Andrew, you left them without giving them the info?
No, I was like, no, it's better to hold it to myself.
Okay.
Secrets are fun. There are deer everywhere. So there's copious amount of deer shit everywhere, right? And you're also it's a very country-esque town. There's forest everywhere, which is really beautiful. You're walking through the forest, see all these deer, but there's deer shit everywhere, right? Yeah. We're walking back to the train, and I just let a fart go. I just let one rip. And my player one's like, Jesus Christ, really? And I'm like, we're in the middle of a forest. And she, no, I'm sorry. She didn't hear it. She goes, did you fart? I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And I'm like, you could smell that over the forest and the deer shit? And she goes, I know what deer shit smells like. I know this is different. And I'm like, you have to be kidding me. So that's been a few weeks of us going back and forth. Like, you're fucking with me. And she's like, no, I smelt it. I'm like, get out of here.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I love a good fart story.
Yeah.
They always get me going. But
actually,
if fucking rile me up, then fucking rile me up.
OnlyFans.
The one place you wouldn't be able to smell a fart is definitely on Pooh Mountain, Andrew.
You could let one rip all the time, and you're like, is that you? And it's like, it's Pooh Mountain.
It's Pooh Mountain. It was the great mighty Pooh, the boss of Pooh Mountain.
I live in a mud hut made of poo.
But it is made of mud.
Yes.
It's definitely mud. It's 100% mud. I know what you're saying. Why are there so many chunks of corn in your mud hut?
Oh, God.
It's mud. It's mud, Andrew.
Oh, God, that's so gross.
You think you can't have corn in mud?
Yeah.
I know the difference between mud, which you can use to make a hut, and poo, which is prevalent and all over the place in Pooh Mountain.
So how do you think they built Pooh Mountain? Does everyone show up to contribute, or is it a very large animal that we don't know about? Or?
I think it just like fissures from underground from some primordial toilet of some sort.
Primordial toilet.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Would you want to live there?
No.
Oh, okay. Vacation? You want to come visit
vacation?
Me? Visit your buddy?
Okay. I'm not going to. Well, you don't want to live there.
No, but listen.
But you have to.
Work offered me a great opportunity. Building mud huts.
The benefits. Think about the benefits. You know what? That being said, if there was a real Pooh Mountain and you're like, it's like 20 minutes away. You're like, I gotta see this. I
gotta check it out.
And then you gotta do that thing that everyone does where you get out of the car and go, oh, stinks like hell in here. And you're like, well, what were you expecting? It's Pooh Mountain.
Also, Andrew, if it's 20 minutes away, no one has to tell you it's 20 minutes away. You know
which direction? That way. You've never been here before. I can tell.
You know the dark clouds of flies hanging over that giant mountain?
I'm sorry.
That is my number 3.
Pooh Mountain. That's your number 3, Pooh Mountain. Okay, so my number 2. My number 2.
Should have been my number 2.
Yeah, you really missed that opportunity.
Damn it.
Is number 1 Urineville or something like that? My number 2 is going to be Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, no.
What if God was an active participant in our world? What if he didn't like how a single day was going or a single interaction and stepped in? What if he had the power to add as many clowns to any situation as he wanted? I would not want to live in this world, even though it has all the trappings of roller coasters and fun. It has a pissed off and vigilant God that is trying to ruin every opportunity you have. This is not a world I would like to live in.
I love that you're also now taking the world itself doesn't have to be bad, but the risk that you run of having the controller of it, be one of us.
You be one of us who is malicious. Just, like, man, everyone, like you seeing that person who is bright green with vomit in their mouth as they are looking for, a vehicle in which they can, or a garbage which they can throw up. Vestibule. Yeah, that can't be right either. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. And they're going to throw up and you're like, you just start deleting garbages and you're just running up to one and it disappears and you're like, you gotta be kidding me.
At a certain point, I would just start vomiting everywhere if I were a resident of this place. However, you know, you're going to be picked up and dropped.
That's the other part.
Now
these little calipers that would just pick you up and you're like, no, I don't want to do that.
What if God had calipers? That would be a miserable place to live. I also really respect the God running Roller Coaster Tycoon that doesn't block the entrance, but just has a diligent eye with those calipers to make you think you're going to get out every time and just picks you up and puts you somewhere else. And
you are a little Sisyphus of the theme park world as you get closer to the entrance. Yeah, to go right back.
Oh God, that sounds miserable.
Right?
However, eventually, if you die, you're going to get a great send-off. Just a roller coaster. Like if you knew what was about to happen.
Yeah.
And just a roller coaster doing a loop-de-loop and shooting you off into a lake somewhere. Sayonara. I salute.
That's how we should have killed Evel Knievel. You know what I mean?
Did we kill him?
Well, the government did. Oh, this is another podcast I should get into. He's not real.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Roller Coaster Tycoon, my number 2.
My number 2 is going to be from a game that you didn't play, and a representation, I think, kind of of all of the areas that could potentially have existed on my list from this series, from the FromSoft realm.
Yeah.
I'm going with a choice from Bloodborne. It's Yharnam, which is basically like an old Victorian style house of horrors, if you will. It's got everything. You scared of werewolves? Too bad. You scared of Cthulhu-style monsters that are there even though they're so terrifying to you that your mind can't comprehend them, but they can damage you? You got them. Plagues? You got them. Wolves? You got them. Giant men with cannons that are really hard to kill and also will sit on you? They got it. It's got everything you don't want, and the worst part of it is it's like a theme park, except all the rides kill you. It probably stinks like Pooh Mountain, and when you die, you have to come back to life. There's no escaping it.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
It really does sound terrible. I wouldn't want anything to do with this.
You have one above this? Oh yeah, you've signed. Well, hard to argue with that one.
Yeah, Yharnam, of all the places in all the FromSoft games, all the gin joints in all the world, all the towns, whatever.
There's gambling happening here.
I can't believe there's gambling happening there. Yeah, Bloodborne, Yharnam seems like the worst of all of them.
Oh, yeah, no argument. That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
You had just a checklist of horrors. That you were
it's
just
pretty much everything you don't want in a place to live. Although, that Gothic architecture, man, looks pretty sweet.
Absolutely.
If it weren't for that, it would be number 1.
So did like an evil architect work on those, or was it one time good and then evil took it over?
I think it would one time be good, and then a curse took over the land. I think people were trying to awaken and communicate with the old ones, which are the old gods. It's very Cthulhuian, or very Lovecraftian.
In this concept, Cthulhu wrote the books.
As using Lovecraft as his mouthpiece. And then that basically brought a curse upon the land.
Oh, wow.
Typical curse upon the land, Andrew.
Anytime someone says lore, like you just explained all that lore to me.
Yes.
Lore is never positive. It's never like good lore.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, this is the lore of the
But what I say when I'm very overwhelmed by the lore, I say, good lore. Yes. And then I go watch a Tyler Perry movie.
See, you say you don't have a thing to benefit in the post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
You do. Because you'd be like, lore, more like snort. Everyone's like high-fiving you like crazy. This is the fucking funniest guy I've ever met in my life.
We're definitely putting him on the funeral pyre today. And I'm like, fuck.
Damn it. You will accompany the king to his tomb to make him laugh into the afterworld. And you're like, oh man, I'm going to die in there. All right, so that's number 2. My number 1, do I have to overthink this? Do I have to make this really complicated for you people? I already was really creative with Roller Coaster Tycoon and playing God and things like that. You know where God can't go?
Where can't God go?
Hell.
Andrew, that's true.
And Doom, you go to hell.
You go straight to hell.
Straight to hell.
Go straight to hell.
I don't want to hear anything about it. You're going to hell. And then you just, you're there. And demons are not happy about it.
I also like that it's hell by way of Mars. Like, you got to take a stop off in Mars first.
But Mikey, have you been to Mars?
I haven't, but I have to assume that if it's leading to the gateway of hell, Andrew, I don't want to go there.
No, I know. This is how they're luring us there. Yeah, we got to go to Mars. We got to go to hell? No, thank you. Would you, because here's the thing. You talk about Raccoon City from Resident Evil and how there's
a lot of boxes of ammunition that only have 1 or 2 bullets in it. Very scarce.
Very scarce.
What about the argument that in Doom, you can get some really cool weapons?
Yeah, that's true.
You can lay waste to the demons of hell. And then if you ever make it out of there, God is your homeboy. He owes you one.
I think I'd become an archangel.
I think I
would have to, like it's a promotion in the military.
Yes.
Like, well, I saw your service record, you know. Yeah, that is very true. And you're making a really good point.
Yeah.
But you're making a very big assumption that I would live longer than 30 seconds. I wouldn't immediately go, what the hell's going on? And just get eaten by a demon.
You find yourself in the world of Doom. You have the Doom shotgun.
Yeah. With
a box of ammunition. Do you stay alive as long as you can, or do you use it? Do you Kurt Cobain yourself?
You know what? If I land there, gun in hand, right? Like not loading a gun or anything like that. I got there, gun in hand, and I'm in kind of a large room.
That's true. I wouldn't even know how to load it, to be honest.
That's the other thing. I'm like, is there a safety on a shotgun? As I look right down the barrel.
Accidentally Kurt Cobain yourself.
That'd be so fun. The demon starts walking to you, and he's just like, oh. Yeah, we did it. I got him. That was me. I got that guy. I would probably shoot the very scary thing that's trying to kill me, right? As it's walking towards me. But the other problem is if I'm coming from this world, I would give it every opportunity not to shoot it. Because I'd be like, hey man, stop. Stop. Don't come near me. Dude, I have to do it. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
And I would shoot him. And then I would probably look around and realize it's just every room is like this. Yeah. And I'd be like, well, say goodbye to my loved ones.
My KDR is 1-to-1, my kill death ratio. You're like, I'm doing okay. I would have to get at least a 1-to-1 kill death ratio before taking my own life. And I say that about my regular life as well.
Before I die, I'm taking one with me.
Got it. Okay, so that's your number one.
That's
my
number
one, Andrew. We brought it up before. The only overlap on our list, by the way, is Silent Hill.
Yes.
Gotta wonder how much real estate is in Silent Hill.
Not a lot.
Can't be.
So first, let's talk about a benefit. You could be a land baron. You could be a slumlord, I think, or something like that.
But counterpoint, land baron sounds like one of the ghouls you'd have to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
The boss of this area is the land baron.
He's good friends with Pyramid Head, and neither of them want you here.
Pyramid Head was enough of a reason to be
enough of a reason.
Yeah.
If I live, like, I know we talk about living in 16th century Italy. Yep. Maybe you meet Michelangelo. Living in Silent Hill, good chance you're going to meet Pyramid Head.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want that.
Much like Pooh Mountain, I think it would be like often like, where's Pyramid Head? I'm like, there. I can see him. It's terrifying.
Even if you can't see him, you know he's in one of these windows up here, just kind of watching. He hasn't attacked me yet, but I know it's coming.
You know, I can hear that sword being dragged around. Oh, God, so terrifying. Even the dogs.
Oh, especially the dogs. Ugh. Especially the dogs. Raccoon City is also no stranger to demon dogs.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, Silent Hill.
Also a name that sounds like if you were you sleep around a lot, you're like, you demon dog.
You demon dog.
Oh, man.
You get your ass over to Silent Hill.
Yeah. Or a very boring motorcycle group. The Demon Dogs.
The Demon Dogs?
Yeah.
Why would that be boring?
I don't know. It seems like a bunch of like fathers started it.
I bet you there's a motorcycle group called the Demon Dogs.
If you're hearing this, Demon Dogs, I'm sorry.
Come at Andrew.
No, please don't.
Take him straight to Silent Hill.
Dude, Mikey, tell them when they should come get me. You got to get them by May 15th, 2024. You're like, oh, man.
The date. That's how it goes. Yeah, there's just so much shit going down in Silent Hill. One of the, like, we talk about, yes, it would be easy to die. A. B, it would be very scary. C, Pyramid Head's your neighbor. D, though, is the inconvenience factor. Every time you turn around, the hallway may just be a different hallway.
Yeah, that the psychedelic side of it, like the mental, the breaking your mental. Oh,
Terrence McKenna. Give you a nice little
I turned one hallway, Pyramid Head. I turned another hallway, Terrence McKenna.
That would be cool. Also, cool. It's always so foggy there.
It is. It's so foggy.
It's too foggy.
I have like summer outfits I want to wear.
I want to get some sun on these thighs every so often.
Yeah.
I also want people to stop losing their daughters. You know, if I live in Silent Hill, their daughters are just showing up willy-nilly. I got to wait for their father to come through. They're usually bad dads, and that's kind of the point.
Christmas gifts for all the dads in Silent Hill. Air tags.
Air tags for their daughters.
For their daughters.
Yeah.
Put them in their purses. You'll be fine.
Yeah, and you should tell them you're doing it, though, because you don't want your daughter to find out you've been tracking them. That's a real Pyramid Head situation. Someone asked your daughter at a party, where's your dad? I don't know, but I can hear him beeping around me somewhere.
I hate you, Dad. I hope Pyramid Head kills me.
Whoa.
Oh, God. That just breaks your heart when you hear it.
That just breaks your heart. You don't want to hear
Kids
it.
can be ruthless.
Can be ruthless. Look, that what a great selection of 10 places we definitely don't want to live in.
Don't want to live. And let's just do a quick recap before we let you go here.
Yeah.
My number 10 was Mortal Kombat. Number 9 was Arkham City from Batman. Number 8, Lavender Town from Pokemon. Number 7, Last of Us. Number 6, Silent Hill. Number 5, the Call of Duty Black Ops multiplayer map, Nuketown. Number 4, Five Nights at Freddy's, ironically. Number 3, Resident Evil, Raccoon City. Number 2, Roller Coaster Tycoon. And number 1, Hell Doom.
Hell Doom. Hell yeah, I say to that list. And to my list, it is number 10 is the city from Rampage. Number 9 is, I think it's LA from, right, because the Tower Records from Crazy Taxi.
Well, Tower Records is everywhere.
Not this one, though.
Oh.
This one, Levi's, Tower Records. It's LA.
Those are California brands, baby.
California brands. Number 8 is the United States, circa Death Stranding, whenever that takes place.
Yes.
Number 7, 16th century Italy from Assassin's Creed.
Oh, yeah.
Number 6 is Columbia from BioShock. Number 5 is The Office from Stanley Parable. There's no escape. Number 4 is The World of Minecraft. Number 3, Pooh Mountain. Need I say more? Number 2 is Yharnam from Bloodborne. And number 1, Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
In spite of the real estate being super low right now, and all of the empty abandoned houses.
Yeah. Because no one goes to the office anymore.
No one goes to the office anymore.
All these huge commercial buildings that are empty.
One positive, got a hot cop working there.
That's true.
And she's into you.
It is. It blows my mind in games like that where there are people just doing jobs.
Yes.
You're like, really? You don't want to just go home?
You do live here?
Like,
what's going on?
All your loved ones or something?
You can escape Silent Hill. I can't find my way back to the billboard that
it's like a Pepsi delivery truck, and you're like, what the hell? Guy's really he's filling his vending machines. Okay, those are the places we don't want to live.
Fantastic.
Obviously, there's tons more out there. If we missed one, please let us know. At Retrograde Mikey, at Retrograde Andy, at Retrograde Pod on X.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, the change.
That happened. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, until then, we love every single one of you, and we can't wait to talk to you soon. My name is Andrew Bascom. With me, as always, is the bad boy podcasting, Mr. Bebop himself,
Mikey Aaronworth.
This is the Retrograde Podcast.
Game over. I got to get my way to Silent Hill. I've got showing.
What?
I got a showing. Yeah. I got to.
Oh,
Andrew,
do you?
I'm desperate.
What are you selling it for?
It's like 3 shifts worth of a 5 Nights at Freddy night.
Oh, God. That's a lot of money.
Furnished by Sad Styles Productions.
This isn't just any taxi, Andrew, though. It's a crazy taxi. And now,